Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today with another movie review, and it's for the movie After Hours. Really overlooked Martin Scorsese film, but he had some overlooked movies. I remember Bringing Out the Dead was an overlooked movie. I actually saw that in the theaters. I didn't see After Hours in the theaters. I remember when it came out, it kind of like disappeared upon release. It did make over it made almost 11 million in box office, but this is back in '85. I don't know how much they spent on it. But, I mean, I think it's Martin Scorsese's only real out-and-out comedic film. And this is a great movie. And I was a big fan of it. I saw it back in Germany when I was in the Army just one time. In either 89 or 90. Well, I think in 89. And I've been wanting to see it again ever since. Because I've been thinking about it. I don't remember it that well. I only remember bits and pieces. I remember Cheech and Chong's being in it. And a couple other things I don't want to give away. And basically what it involves around a really cool genre that I'm interested in. And they don't make too many of these. It's like stuff that happens in like one night. Like someone's journey through like one night of misadventures, let's say. And my favorite of the lot is Into the Night with Jeff Goldblum. And Michelle Pfeiffer and David Bowie has a small part in that. And this video goes out to any of my friends that grew up in the 80s, like Meredith and Eric and Ian and Joe and Heather. I'm going to ask some of my friends their thoughts on this movie too. And I finally got to see it again after all this time, and I loved it. And basically, what it involves, Star Griffin Dunn stars as this employee of this one place, and they have a little opening scene. Brunson Pinchot from who played Balky in Perfect Strangers is in it. He just plays like a regular straight character, and he's in it. And then it goes to the scene with the restaurant. He talks to Roseanne Arquette, and he ends up going over to her place, and he finds her one friend. He was going to get some paperweights and stuff like that. And something happens when he goes over there. He loses his money, his $20 to get back home. And he pretty much is kind of screwed from there. And it goes through a series of really unfortunate events, but done in a very comedic, but a very dark comedy. And somewhat bizarre, too. But it's fantastic. I like the way it unravels. I like the way the great camera work and sound, the way they blend the work of the camera and the sound, and I guess Martin Scorsese trimmed like 45 minutes off it to keep it really tight and moving, constantly moving. And like I said, this movie's a lot of fun. I mean, it got overlooked. I think it has a cult following now. It's one of his overlooked movies. Just like Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. No one remembers that film. And I love that movie. That was based on the show Alice, but most people remember the TV show as opposed to the movie. Just like most people remember the TV show MASH as opposed to Robert Altman's movie MASH. But I mean, like I said, this is a great film. It's perfect. I mean, there's other movies like Into the Night type movies like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, which is all right, but doesn't compare to these two. And also Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey. That's basically stuff that happened over one night. That's a lot of fun too. But I love this film. I give this a full-on 10 out of 10. I think it's brilliant. There's a great bunch of supporting characters in there. And also, they'd say cameos. Martin Scorsese has a cameo in it. Cheech and Chong's in it, like I said. Roseanne Arquette's in it. Dick Miller's in it. Brunson Pinchot has a little part at the beginning. Maureen O'Hara from Saturday Night Live. I haven't seen her in anything in a while. She's really good. And Terry Garr's in it. Now, I haven't seen Terry Garr in a while, but I don't think she'll be in any more movies because she has, I was told she has MS, which is a real shame. She's a really talented actress. But I give After Hours a full-on 10 out of 10. The way it wraps up, the way it starts out, I mean, you have to really, it's like a journey to see where it's going. You'll never predict how it ends and stuff like that. It's really cool. And then things start to interweave, and the way it ends is really brilliant and clever. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So a full-on 10 out of 10 for the movie After Hours. I want to thank my buddy Tony Talant for making me the really cool thumbnail. It's a great movie. I got definitely asked Meredith what her thoughts on this movie too, and I'm glad I got to do that coffee collab with her. And like ask Ian, I'll make sure to, on Facebook. Hopefully the endorsement will see this video, or I'll ask Ian to ask the endorsement about it, what he thinks of the film. And Joe too. Joe, everybody. I mean, I read this movie's recommended to everybody. If you like a very bizarre black comedy, I think this is really good stuff. So, and I would have gotten mad at Maureen O'Hara. She did something, she did something when he was dialing a phone that would really piss me off. I was laughing my ass off because it's really funny. But boy, if that was me, I would have been so pissed. I don't want to give it away, but I really liked the movie. It's a lot of fun, and I had a good time. And it's like I said, it's one of Martin Scorsese's lesser known films, because he's known for like Goodfellas and Casino and stuff like that. And also King of Comedy, which was really good, but wasn't truly a comedy. That was really a dark, serious film. This one's more like a very bizarre, dark comedy, but it's really good. So 10 out of 10 for Martin Scorsese's overlooked film, The After Hours. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my legion. And it was, when you see at the beginning, it says Geffen Film Distribution, because Geffen used to be, they used to have like a lot of the record labels used to have movie distributions too, because Atlantic distributed movies. I think they distributed, they were the ones behind American Werewolf in London, even though you see Universal, but it was Atlantic, or like Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2, and then like, what was that one? Star Chase, The Legend of Orton, that was Atlantic. And then like Geffen did a whole bunch of movies like this one, and I don't know if they did Beetlejuice or not. It was distributed by Warner Brothers, but Geffen did it. And then I know Virgin did, the Virgin music label did some movies too, and they had like their own video company. This was back in the 80s, remember? And all these places are now defunct and stuff like that, and they're not turning out movies anymore, but thought I'd mention that too. So 10 out of 10 for Martin Scorsese's overlooked film, The After Hours. I hope you liked this movie review. And until next time, everybody, please take care of my legion. If you want to see a quirky comedy, this is a really good one. And, really fantastic camera.